Carlsbad is a coastal city north of San Diego that's known for its laid-back vibe, beautiful sunsets, and amazing family adventures. We partnered with Visit Carlsbad and spent a weekend touring flower fields, running around Legoland, and diving into the city's amazing food scene. Here's how to have the perfect weekend in Carlsbad, and let us know what we left off in the comments. We got a late start on Friday afternoon, so our first order of business was to head down to Carlsbad Village and go to Knockout Pizzeria. This place has been serving up fresh New York style slices for over 20 years. And you know we can never pass up a good pizza joint.
What?
You guys haven't even tried it yet. You know it's gonna be good?
I like this pizza place.
Alright. After finishing our pizza, we headed right across the street to Witch Creek Winery and Sleeping Tiger Coffee. I don't know how the wine is here, but the vibe is really cool with wine barrels all around and live music multiple times during the week. We just grabbed some coffee and I can easily say that it was a great choice as well.
Got our pizza and our coffee, both were strong. Now we're heading on. So there's our next stop, the Museum of Making Music, but if you come over here, you can actually get a pretty epic view of the flower fields. I'll show you right now.
The flower fields are one of the most popular attractions in the city, and we'll have more on them later. But if you're looking for a higher up view, this is one of the best spots and it's free to take a picture here.
We'll show you the flower fields tomorrow, that's when we're going, but a pretty cool spot if you want to get some photos. Now on to the Museum of Making Music.
The Museum of Making Music is one of the only ones I've seen like this in California. It's a division of the NAMM Foundation, which is known for its trade show that happens in Anaheim every year for music professionals.
It's a really cool museum. There's lots of these sit and play areas as you're walking around. You can play all sorts of cool stuff. I've never even seen this before, much less played one.
Depending on how much you like learning about and or playing music, you could spend a few hours here. And if you have children, it's great as well, as they have an awesome children's room, which is basically chaos with lots of instruments to try.
I got a drummer right here, and I got a piano player right here.
This really was a fun museum, and we basically shut it down as it was hard to get the kids to even leave.
That's the best museum ever.
Alright.
After an already eventful half day, we headed over to our home away from home, the Westin Carlsbad Resort and Spa. The rooms here were spacious and comfortable, and it made for a relaxing weekend.
Whoa!
It's so good. I don't want to go back to my home.
Wow! Look at all that.
Everything from up here.
Everything.
One of the best things about traveling with kids this age is just the excitement they have about every new experience, plus you never know what they're gonna say. Everyone was pretty exhausted, so we spent the rest of the day just swimming in the hotel pool. We had access to 2 pools at the property and the other had a water slide, but the kids were too excited and we never made it past the first pool.
We're just living our best lives out here in the pool.
We spent too long in the pool, so we ended up ordering room service from the 2020 restaurant in the hotel, which included a hamburger and a chicken quesadilla. It was our kids' first room service experience, and that mixed with swimming basically made for a perfect day.
This is the best day ever.
I agree, this is a pretty good day. We'll see you tomorrow for more exploring in Carlsbad.
Our hotel also had a nice bar in the lobby, so after the kids went to bed, I went down to grab us a drink and we sat on the balcony and ended our first night in Carlsbad. Of course, no trip to the coast is complete without spending some time at the beach, so we woke up and we headed down to Carlsbad State Beach to start our morning. Although it was overcast during our visit, we've been here many times and the sunny days in Carlsbad are hard to beat. We spent the morning making sandcastles, watching the birds, and collecting all of the rocks and sticks we could find along the beach.
Not a great day at the beach, but is there ever really a bad day when you're with 3.5-year-olds? They had a great time. On to breakfast.
Only about a 3-minute drive from the beach is the heart of the downtown area of the city, the Carlsbad Village. We started the morning with coffee and pastries at local favorite Vinaka Cafe. Then we took about 30 minutes to walk around the rest of the village, starting at Always Popping to grab some popcorn for the rest of the day. Following that, we set out to hunt for the different artistic murals that are located around the village and the surrounding downtown area. So in Carlsbad Village, there's lots of murals which are amazing to see, but what's cool about this one is that there's some rules and you can actually add your own artwork to this space right here. Y'all know me, donut murals. How can you pass that up? Even though I love donuts, my favorite was definitely this one outside of the Sleeping Tiger coffee shop. The murals are really awesome in downtown. I had a fun time just walking around for about 15 minutes exploring them. Now we're heading on to a discovery center. We happened to be visiting for Earth Day, so our next stop was to head over to the Agua Hedionda Lagoon Discovery Center. The Discovery Center here is run as a non-profit that helps to encourage children and families to experience nature and to help preserve the beautiful lagoon. The Discovery Center is very interactive, and outside they have things that you can feed, such as this mini pig, tortoise, and even some chickens. And then on the inside there's lots of different reptiles, and the workers there will often pick them up and let the kids touch them. As you can no doubt tell, this was a huge highlight for my kids. They had a blast just experiencing all of these different animals and reptiles. Alright, that was a really fun place for young kids. Now we're gonna go get something to eat. One of the things I really loved about Carlsbad was how centrally located everything was. It only took us 5 to 10 minutes to drive everywhere we went in this video. So even though we weren't planning to go to the flower fields till after the kids' bedtime, we decided to head over that direction and go to the Windmill Food Hall for lunch. This place is perfect for families or anyone looking for some variety, as it has about a dozen different food options ranging from mini donuts and coffee to hamburgers and even lobster rolls. Plus there's arcade games in the back, and there's even a bar out front. Alright, we got the sushi bowls, and what did you guys get? Pizza. At least you can pick anything you want here. It's a pretty cool spot. So the kids and Amy are taking a nap, but you know me, I can't ever relax. So I decided I was gonna go hike to the top of that mountain right there. Why not? I always love finding new hiking trails when I travel, and when I heard there was an extinct volcano in Carlsbad, I knew I had to see it for myself. This trail is part of the Lake Calavera Loop, and if you don't want to hike to the top of the mountain, you can just go around the lake, which is great for bird watching. For me though, I decided to do the 1.8 mile round trip hike that took me to the top of Cerro de la Calavera. That's the name of the extinct volcano, and I'll leave a link to the All Trails map in the description. This sign says that the hill before me is one of North America's smallest volcanoes. Here's how it started, and then there was an eruption, and now it's called a volcanic plug. I have to say, I think this is gonna be a steep trail, so probably good I didn't bring the twins. It was a last minute decision for me to come hike this trail, so I had no idea what to expect. I have to say, when I got to this section though, it was pretty incredible to see the lava rock columns in front of me. This is an okay path on the way up because you're kind of moving up this way, so your body weight keeps you from falling. I don't think I'm gonna go down that way though. If you look at the All Trails map, you'll see that there's another way to go down, which was a lot less steep. You could even choose to go up this way as well if you wanted. Really cool to see these unique rock formations up close like this. Once you make it up the steep section, you're basically just walking along the ridgeline to get to the top of the volcanic plug. There's some pretty nice views here as well, and they're better than the views that you get at the summit. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really excited about doing this trail, but I have to say it's way better than I anticipated. The views are incredible, and the volcanic history is cool. It's too bad it's not a clear day. I bet you could see amazing views out towards the ocean. When I got to the top, I looked around for the summit marker, but I wasn't able to find one, and since it wasn't too clear, I decided to head back down. If you're looking to get something that has good steep elevation, isn't too long, this is a great hike. I wouldn't do it with kids like my age though. We're gonna head back, pick them up, and go to the flower fields. Follow the All Trails map, as there's lots of different splits and it'd be easy to get turned around on this trail. Plus it'll take you to the less steep trail on the way down. Where are we going right now?
Follow the flower field.
Are you excited or no?
Yes.
I'm really excited. It's always pretty, and we've been taking them here since they were little, so it's always fun to see how they grow in each picture.
If you've ever driven the 5 freeway between Orange County and San Diego during the springtime, then no doubt you've seen the flower fields off to the left. This is honestly an incredible place to visit, and I have done it many times over the years. The fields of ranunculus flowers are usually in bloom from early March to early May. That's the only time the flower fields are open, and if you want to visit, be sure to get a timed entry ticket online.
It just smells like roses.
Like roses? Okay, Jack, what's your smell like?
It smells like cherry and strawberry.
Oh, okay.
If you have the opportunity, then I highly recommend coming not on a weekend as it gets crazy busy here. There's such a small window to see this, and the flower field stretches out basically as far as you can see, so it's an experience that a lot of people rightfully want to have. They've done a great job of building breaks into the flowers so that people can walk into the different colors, sit on a bench, and take their pictures. This helps to preserve the flowers as there's less people trampling in different sections trying to take a photo, as there's designated areas basically in any color you could possibly want. Plus there's other things set up like a large chair that you can take pictures in, and even a tractor that you can sit on top of. Honestly, they've done a great job of making it a photographer's paradise here.
Kids last about 30 minutes and now they're excited to go to Santa's playground to play. We're gonna do that for a little bit and then we're gonna head to dinner.
The playground is of course a hit, but there's other things you can do here, such as a scavenger hunt, there's a little maze, there's places that you can eat. Basically, you could spend a half day here if you wanted to. For our last stop of the day, we headed over to Campfire, which came highly recommended to us as a great place to eat. That's especially family friendly, but also has upscale food. We grabbed a reservation for right when they opened at 5 p.m. and we asked for an outside table, which ended up being awesome as we were right next to the fire pit, which was very entertaining for the children. This is one of those spots where you order multiple different things and everybody kind of shares. Plus they had a kids menu, so there was easy kids options as well.
Oh, 2 thumbs up! Honestly, this broccoli, I don't know if I've ever had broccoli this good in my life. If you come here, order the broccoli.
One of the main reasons we chose to go here was for the dessert though.
What are we eating?
What? For these, you basically melted your marshmallow over the embers of a fire, and then they gave you 2 cookies and a nice chocolate to complete the perfect s'more.
That is a next level s'more.
Yummy marshmallow.
All right. My review of that spot is that it is really awesome. It's a little bit pricey, but it's very family friendly with very good food. What'd you think, Jack?
I like it.
Jack liked it.
Thumbs up.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Now it's time to head into the city for some breakfast before we go to Legoland.
As you can tell, we were making the most of our time in this foodie city, and next up was Cafe Topez. This place feels more like a coffee shop with an extensive food menu, and it has a hip vibe where you order your food and then you find a spot to sit. It can get busy on the weekends, so it's best to go early if you really want a spot. I got an egg and bacon sandwich with pesto and avocado, and Amy got a bacon omelet. We all shared the 2 dishes, and it was a great way to start the morning.
Alternatively, if you're looking for something less healthy, but just as awesome, check out The Goods, a specialty donut shop in downtown.
Y'all know I have to come through with a donut recommendation, and luckily Carlsbad has an amazing spot called The Goods. It's one of those high-end donut shops, so the donuts here are a little bit more expensive, but I do have to say they lived up to their name. My kids are obsessed with strawberries, so on our way to Legoland, we went by the Carlsbad Strawberry Company so that they could live out a dream of actually picking their own strawberries. This place was massive, and I've heard that it gets picked over, but there was a ton of red strawberries for us to pick without even having to go back very far in the farm. We filled our bucket within the first 5 minutes or so, and then we headed back to our car to go over to Legoland.
That was a really fun experience. We could have picked buckets full of strawberries down there, and there's actually a pretty good amount that were ripe. If you're not here when the strawberry season is, here's another thing you can do.
Right next to the Carlsbad Village is the Strawberry Shack. This place actually opened in 2009 at the Flower Fields, but it became so popular that they opened this spot in 2020. It has everything strawberry that you can imagine, from chocolate-covered strawberries to strawberry cannolis to even getting a bowl of strawberries.
If you want your strawberry fix and the fields aren't open, go to Strawberry Shack in downtown. Get a milkshake. Now we're heading on to Legoland.
Legoland, here we come.
Legoland, here we come. One of the best things about staying at the Westin is that you get a private entrance into Legoland, so that definitely saves you some time. This private entrance is really strong. We're already in the park. Right when they opened, there was only 2 people in front of us.
Legoland opened in 1999 and has been a staple of the Carlsbad area for over 25 years. I'm not going to show you our entire experience at Legoland, as we basically spent 6 hours running around the park, but I do have to say that for kids this age and to probably about 10 or 12, it's a pretty amazing experience.
This is awesome. It's Hollywood. There's the Chinese theater, there's the sign, there's the observatory, Hollywood Bowl, and of course, SoFi Stadium and Randy's Donuts.
We spent a while in Miniland, USA, driving the boats and just running around and seeing all of the different landmarks that the kids had seen before. We tried to continue ushering them on though, as it was early in the day and we wanted to get on some rides before people started showing up. When we got to Funtown, they were ecstatic that there was an actual car ride where they were old enough to drive their own car. They were even given a license after it, which was amazing. I don't know if it was just the time of year that we were there, but there was not many people and we were able to get on basically all of the rides that we wanted to without having to wait in line. It made for a really great experience, especially coming from some of the busier amusement parks that we normally go to.
Oh, there's a crazy boat driver back there with Mama and Jack. We're beating you guys, Jack.
There really were a good amount of tamer rides that were perfect for young children here. And of course there's the Block of Fame, which I'm sure is a well-loved attraction in the park. I mean, who doesn't want to see a Lego Winston Churchill? Unfortunately for us, the main thing my kids wanted to do, the Ninja Playground, was actually closed because they were working on it, but luckily the rides next to it didn't have much of a line. The next spot we visited in the park was the Sea Life Aquarium. Do note that the normal park ticket doesn't include this unless you specifically select that when you're purchasing it. According to their website, they have over 6,000 creatures and 350 different species here. By far the highlight for my kids was the touch tank, where you could touch sea anemones, sea stars, and a few other things. If your kids like aquariums, it's worth the add-on, and it was fun to see how they had all sorts of different Legos inside many of the tanks that the fish were swimming around. The last thing we did before leaving was to head to Dino Valley, which is the newest area that they created in Legoland. One of the rides ended up being my children's favorite, and that was where you got to sit in a car and they got to drive with the wheels in the front, plus they had a camera and they could take pictures of all of the different dinosaurs that they saw along the way. It was hilarious to see how much they interacted with this and how much they loved having their camera.
Oh, great. Very artistic, buddy. Cheese!
Why I ever say it?
Made it back to the car after a full day at Legoland. That was a ton of fun in Carlsbad. Thanks so much for going on this adventure with us. Hopefully you come down with your family and check this out as well. We'll see you on the next one.